Once Bitten here at the Battle Report. So this is the last game I'm going to be able to get in before the Grail Quest tournament. I think I'm actually 99% sure. So yeah, this game took place on a Saturday, and then I leave town Tuesday morning, and I'll get home Friday night, and then I'll have to leave Saturday morning early to go to the tournament. And as you probably have seen, I haven't had a chance to play many games over the last few months. So this is, of all the tournaments I've ever attended, this is one where I feel the least prepared for. Um, but I guess whatever. So I'm playing a guy I don't think I've ever played him before. I've known him for a while. He recently opened his own game store, plays several game systems, and he brought Empire. Now my list is the tournament list. It comes in at a Swedish comp score of 16, but that also includes a 295 point monster. My opponent just brought a list. He didn't try to comp it. We were just playing. So before I get into the game, I got these bad boys from a fan of the channel. I was so excited to get them. You can see his website down there at the bottom. I think that just takes you to a Facebook page. But yeah, they make, over in Portugal, they make these custom templates, and they're actually just gorgeous. This picture doesn't quite do it justice. In person, they looked a lot better than I was expecting to get. So very, very excited about that. And shout out to a fan of the channel doing something cool for the hobby. So there's the board again. In the lower left, that cemetery we're treating as a woods. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. He's got 2 stanks on the right-hand side, 3 demigryphs, and then 10 regular knights, not inner circle. And I don't think they even have a banner or a champion or anything. I think it's just vanilla knights. He's got a Hellblaster volley gun, kind of standing on that base. He also has his Master Engineer. Behind him, he's got a unit of archers with 4 characters. The builds just don't really matter. I mean, there's a general, there's a battle standard bearer, level 4 light, a level 2 light. I know the level 2 has a dispel scroll, and I just don't remember what the level 4 has. Like I said, the exact builds doesn't matter. You can tell he has them in a bunker unit behind his lines, so they don't really see a whole lot of action. He's got 2 hordes of halberdiers. Both of them have a warrior priest. The one on the right, the warrior priest, has a great weapon, and the one on the left, he has a hand weapon shield. And then there's a cannon on the far left. So I stuck a trebuchet in the cemetery, and then because he had so many more drops than I did, I wasn't sure where he was going, so I put my stuff right in the middle so I can get to him wherever he's at. So I've got the 3 peg knights. I haven't used them in a while in my tourney prep games, so I like them being in there. All my knight units are Knight of the Realm. In the left unit, I've got the paladin, who's built to force people to accept challenges. Then in the middle, I've got my general with heroic killing blow. I've got my battle standard bearer with the 1-up rerollable. And I've got a level 4 Lore of Heavens, trying that out. And I'm going into this game telling myself no spell is worth a miscast. Try to throw 2 or 3 dice at every spell. And on the right, there's a paladin there with the plus d6 on the first charge. From left to right, those units have the Flaming Banner, the Standard of Discipline, and the Movement Banner. So then I've got the Great Bale Taurus out of the Monstrous Arcanum, and he's got all 3 upgrades. So he's got Hatred, Frenzy, an extra tail attack, and a 4-up armor save. And then I've got my second trebuchet. So it was funny. Bringing 2 trebuchets, I felt, would really hurt me with the comp. But the list is so soft, according to Swedish comp. I don't feel it's that soft, but it scores a 16. And in this tournament, you don't get any better comp than that. So there was no incentive to make it softer than a 16. So that means every game, the difference between my comp and my opponent's comp, I get points for that, and then you get them again at the end of the tournament. So I like this list for the tournament I'm going to. I think my only concern is, I don't know, I think a lot of armies are like that. Maybe we all feel like this, but I just feel that this list, if things go wrong, you miss a crucial charge or something, everything can crumble in a hurry. So after I vanguard the peg knights left, I want them to go after the cannon. And I, of course, give up the first turn to get the blessing. He goes first. His stanks move like that. The rest of his lines don't really move a whole lot. We go to shooting phase. The stank on the far right shoots at my trebuchet, hits it, wounds it, and does 3 wounds. That was great for me because with 1 guy left, I can do, he has to allocate another shot over there. His other steam tank shoots at, I assume, my other trebuchet, and he rolls a misfire and then rolls a 3 on a d3 and takes 3 wounds. So that's very, very nice. Not only do I not lose a trebuchet, but he gets his steam tank cut in a third. And then his cannon on the far, far side of the table guesses 60 inches towards my trebuchet, and he rolls a 10. So it goes 70 inches and just hits my trebuchet, wounds it, and does the last remaining wound. Overall, I kind of like that. I don't like it. I'd rather have the trebuchet, but losing only one trebuchet, I'll take it. And he lost three wounds on a steam tank. It almost is a wash. You notice how I have the Bale Taurus there. I realized in my last game that unless you have him near your general, his leadership 6 is really bad with Frenzy. So I have him facing the house because I don't plan on charging first turn anyway. And I was trying to shield him from as many cannon shots as possible. If he wanted to shoot the steam tanks at him, it just would have been a slightly worse profile. In fact, I think the steam tank that misfired, I think he was shooting at the Bale Taurus. Anyway, so we go to Bretonnian's turn 1. Yeah, so overall it looks like that. The knight unit on the left, his knights could charge me fairly easily, but because they're just regular knights, there's no warrior priest, there's not even a banner, and I've got a magic phase, and so my intent between 2 buffs and a hex, if I just have one of those go off, I think I can stand pretty easily against his knights, and I'll almost certainly be steadfast. And I'm okay with that because I think that'll just slow down his left flank as I'm looking at it, and I think I can easily countercharge with my units on the right. For instance, if you look at the far right knight unit, if his knights are tied up with my knights on the left, that unit can see them. They are just no distance away in the flank. They can go around the building, charge the knight unit in the side. So there's a lot of. It's kind of what I'm trying to do there is use a left unit as bait to hold him up, and then use my other units to the right. Bring the Bale Taurus around because I want him to land in front of his infantry. I think he's a good counter to halberds. And these guys are setting up for a charge on the cannon. So the trebuchet opens up and scores. I target his Hellblaster because 1, it'd be a fantastic target to destroy, and 2, if it scatters, he's got stuff all around, and it scores a direct hit and kills the Hellblaster volley gun and puts a single wound on his Master Engineer. So very excited about that. Hellblaster volley guns can just really tear Bretonnian units apart. So we go to Empire turn 2. He goes to generate steam points and rolls a misfire and takes 2 wounds on his other steam tanks. So my opponent is not having a ton of luck with his steam tanks this game. We go to movement. It looks like that. Again, he's moving his halberds up a little bit. The big news is that he tried this charge and failed. He was not far away. I told him that was just my luck rubbing off on him, having knights fail charges. And of course, I have the harmonic convergence on my knights. I just really wasn't worried about his charge. But now he's just really stuck. He's just in a bad spot. So the steam tank that misfired, he rolled the result where he got 2 extra steam points and took 2 wounds. And then when he shot his cannon, he misfired again and took 2 more wounds. So the steam tank's just having a bad turn. The other steam tank shoots at my Great Bale Taurus, hits it, wounds it, and does 2 wounds to it. So he's sitting on only 3 left. With 3 wounds left, I'm comfortable going against his infantry. Pretty soon, though, that's going to start making me nervous. And the other cannon, whatever it tried to shoot at, failed. So, all right, so we go to Bretonnian turn 2, and this is what Bretonnians dream of. Just easy charges all the way around. Overall, it looks like that. So I had to charge my general out of his unit because the unit could not make the charge with the other unit there. So I was kind of crisscrossing my charges. I didn't want to charge any other unit into the steam tank. I want my general there because he has heroic killing blow. So when they crisscross, there's no way both units could make it. So the general comes out alone. I'm not worried about. Well, there's 2 things I'm worried about. 1, if I kill the steam tank, his other steam tank has a 50-50 chance of generating steam points, and if he is able to generate steam points, he's got a pretty good chance of being able to charge my general, and the impact hits alone will probably kill my guy. If I don't kill the steam tank on my opponent's turn, he's got a 2/3 chance of generating steam points and grinding on my general, and although less likely to kill him, certainly nothing that I want to see happen. So I know it's risky. I just don't care. I love seeing this general kill steam tanks. So the unit that he failed to charge me, so I just charged him in return, and I have very little doubt that I'm going to crush this knight unit and the demigryphs. That's just a lot of attacks. I'm higher strength. Now he does have leadership 9 rerollable, at least on the knights, so that's not great. And of course the Grey Bale Taurus is up blocking from a counter charge. And the Peg Knights make their charge against the cannon on the far left. So after combat, yeah, so the heroic killing blow general kills a steam tank, just awesome. He turns and faces the other steam tank. So in an ideal world, he won't be able to generate steam points. I can charge him on my next turn, and if he charges me, that's all I can do. The knight unit on the left, I did that fight first, and I really did not want to pursue the knights because I figured the knights were running at an angle that my unit fighting the demigryphs, if they pursued the demigryphs, would hit those knights and take care of both of them. The problem was I couldn't reform them. Everything was so tight, there was no good formation. So I just tried to I got the knights, his knights with that unit, and then the unit that was fighting the demigryphs, I just reformed. I could have got the points, but I wanted to be able to put pressure on his infantry lines. And of course, the Peg Knights take care of the cannon. And we go to Empire turn 3. So, the scary news, the steam tank on the right generates steam points and does make the charge into my general. That is not going to feel good. His demis rally, and he decides to charge both units of halberdiers against my Great Bale Taurus. He is familiar with the rule that all models of base contact take a strength 4 hit at the beginning of the close combat phase. And by the way, I'm assuming that counts towards combat res. If I'm wrong, you've got to please let me know. But what he's looking at is he's going to have so many attacks re-rolling to hit. It takes 6s for him to wound, and then when he does wound, I get a 5-up armor save. But if he can do 3 wounds, he just kills the thing outright. One thing I forgot about was that I have a breath weapon, and I just forgot to use it. His archers with his characters are in the house, and that's tough for Bretonnian. And at this point, I didn't know if my Great Bale Taurus can assault a building. So I'm looking up the book, I'm texting a friend trying to get an answer to that. Because without that, there's nothing I have that can get into a building. Yeah, there's that. And, making me nervous. So we go to combat, and I'll just give you a teaser now. He rolls 6 impact hits for the regular impact hits, and then he rolls an additional 5 for all his steam points. So it's 11 strength 6 impact hits. And I'll tell you how that goes later. So we go to the halberdier combat, and yeah, he's only able to sneak 1 wound through. He had so many hits. It was crazy. So he rolls all these dice, and I think he scores 2, maybe 3 wounds total, and then I roll my 5-up armor save, and I save 1 or 2 of them. So just an epic fail on the halberdier's part. Then he goes to his break tests, because I did just so many wounds between those automatic hits, my Thunderstomp, my 6 attacks, 4 base, plus the extra tail attack, plus Frenzy. Anyway, just did a ton of wounds. He's steadfast on a 9 rerollable, and he breaks. And actually, I didn't like that. I wanted him to stay there. I don't care if the next round of combat, if he kills the thing, because I'm still going to get all those automatic hits. I'm still going to get my attacks. But if he stays up there, my knights can charge in and win the combat. But anyway, he broke. Not good for him, not good for me. So over here, it looks like my general's dead. He's not. The steam tank barrels into him 11 impact hits. And you know what? I think he wounded on all of them. I don't think he rolled any wounds. So I pick up my dice, 10 or 11 dice to make my armor. I got a 5-up armor. I'm sorry, wait. I have a 1-up normally, so a 4-up armor and then a 5-up ward. And I just save all of my save. My armor save saves all but 2. So I take 2 wounds, and then my ward save saves 1. I take a single wound, but I don't do any wounds to him. He wins by a charge. I fail my break test and run away. And of course, he can't pursue. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Wow. Bretonnian turn 3. Yeah, so at the very, very top, my knight unit charges demigryphs. He fled, because if he didn't flee, my other knight unit was going to be able to charge his halberdier block. Once he fled, I knew I was going to have a failed charge, so I didn't even declare that charge. I just took that unit and had it face the steam tank. My general rallied, which was nice. My battle standard bearers unit charges the halberdier unit that's fighting the Great Bale Taurus. Only one file can get in that attack, but I don't care because I'm going to have tons of wounds. I just want to be there to negate steadfast. And there's that. And I'm really skeptical that he's going to get 2 wounds through, but you never know. He's not rerolling to hit, and he just has so many fewer attacks. And yeah, so the purpose of this knight unit is just to hold that steam tank up, and then hoping my general can charge in on my next turn and get heroic killing blow on the thing. That marker is a Comet of Cassadora. Basically, he's got a unit of 10 archers plus all these characters, and I want to get. I just want to start whittling that down, get the unit dead, so that if I do charge him with something, I can start killing characters. After combat, it looks like this. So the knights and the Great Bale Taurus just rip up those halberdiers. He does no wounds to me. Great Bale Taurus has to pursue. The knights elect to reform because I want to be able to go after the other halberdiers, get those points. And I thought I'd be able to get the points with the Great Bale Taurus, but he wasn't able to catch them. So it looks like that. We go to Empire turn 4. I'm trying to think. This actually is probably, well, whatever. His halberdiers rally, and he puts them in 5 wide formation. His steam tank looks like he's not touching my knight unit, but that's throwing me off. But he did. He was able to generate steam points again and charge into there. And really, beyond that, there's not a whole lot for him to do. These guys rally, but all they can do is take that charge. He could go 5 wide, but if he does that, he's in the woods. I mean, it's a cemetery where they were treating as woods, and he wouldn't be steadfast anyway, so he's just kind of screwed. Just everything that could go wrong is going wrong for this Empire army. During the magic phase, he gets reroll to wound off on this unit, and I decide if I can pass my frenzy test, I just really would rather not charge him. It's too likely he might sneak a couple wounds through there, and I'd rather that Great Bale Taurus assault the building. I'm still waiting to hear back from my friend, and I think he texted back and said he wasn't sure and didn't have the book in front of him. Like, darn it. The comet goes off and kills half of his archer units, kills 5 of them, so there's 5 left, which is kind of bad. I want him to get under 5 rank and file. He gets banishment off on my peg knights. I throw everything I can to stop it because there's nothing else I was worried about. It goes through anyway, kills one of them. They pass their panic. And this guy comes in, same thing, d6 plus 3d3 impact hits, and at the end of the day, he kills a single knight. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I was going to be steadfast anyway. But as it is, I won the combat. And, at the end of it, we can reform such that the general can touch the corner on the steam tank. Let's go to Bretonnia turn 4. The general flies in there to see if he can get heroic killing blow on the steam tank. My other knight unit, my Great Bale Taurus, passes its frenzy test and flies over everybody's head, so he has a choice of charging the halberdiers or the building. My one knight unit at the top middle reforms so it can charge his small halberdier unit next turn, and my other knight unit goes after his halberdiers at the bottom. There's that. There's that. I just have... I remember I used to worry about hordes of halberdiers, and now I don't know why I did. I mean, the lance formation is so powerful in limiting the number of attacks he gets on me. He has to go against a character, a champion, and then relatively few on rank and file. Just overall, yeah, I just go in that. I know I'm going to win that. Not sure what this is showing. Probably... Oh, wait. It's if you look at the very bottom right, there's a little token. I'm pretty sure that means... I got another comet off and just put it right there. After combat, yeah, these knights beat the halberdiers, ran them down. General gets a heroic killing blow, getting revenge on the steam tank, and so they just reform. So we reach the end of Bretonnia in turn 4. We look at the table, and both of us are like, there's no reason to keep playing this. All he has left on the table is a tiny unit of halberdiers that's about to get double charged by 2 huge lances of knights, and he's got a house full of 5 archers and 5 characters. And the only thing that I'm worried about there is I just don't know if a monster could assault the building. I've since learned, I think I'm right, that they can, and so I just would have just crushed them in that building. And so we won it and decided to end it right there. So obviously a good win for Bretonnia. Yeah, just I mean, a lot of little things went wrong for Empire. I mean, the shooting did very very little with two steam tanks, a hellblaster, and a cannon. He ended up killing one trebuchet, and that's it, and putting a couple wounds on a Bale Taurus. Just not enough out of a shooting game. I think just really because I had fewer units than him, that my units were just so much more powerful that whenever I got a one-on-one, I was almost assured of winning it. And of course, I was able to get the matchups I wanted. So yeah, I hope that proves to be a good omen for the tournament. We'll have to see. That's the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey everyone, Once Bitten here. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As you know, YouTube has several functions you can use to interact with videos such as this. You can like the video, you can leave a comment, you can favorite the video. I want you to know that I appreciate it when you do things like that. It feels much more interactive than simply me talking to a screen. So if you're willing to do so, please like, comment, and favorite the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you want, and you certainly are welcome to share this video on your blog or other websites if you are so inclined. Again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.